But when Hanumanji told him to go to Chitrakoot and to upgrade the Chandan, and Hanumanji instructed Tulsidas by going there, and this is only happening now almost 500 years. And when Hanumanji arrived there, my brothers and sisters, he was told, Hanumanji was sitting at the top of the tree, and he said, I will signal to you when the two, not handsome, the two beautiful princes will arrive. One will be Ram and the other will be Lakshman. And they will come on the horses. They will be coming. But he said, Tulsidas, inasmuch the bazaar, there will be so many hundreds of people walking up and down, none of them will have a glimpse of Ram and Lakshman, only you. I'm only giving you the privilege to see Ram and Lakshman. Brothers and sisters, believe you me, all of us can be sitting here tonight, and if you don't have bhakti, shraddha and pavitram, one may see and the rest may not see God. You have to believe this. When Bhagavan Rama and Bhagavan and Sri Lakshman Bhaiya arrived, they came down and they approached Tulsidas and he applied the chandan to their forehead. And he took praman, he bowed. And Hanumanji smiled. And Hanumanji disappeared. Now we are talking about 500 years ago. Ramayana is written thousands of years ago. And Hanumanji came to the rescue of a humble bhakta, Shri Tulsidas ji. Let us examine the glories, the katha between Bhim and Hanumanji. This is only a synopsis of the glories of Guruji, Pavanaputra Hanuman Baba. Tulsidas writes in the glorious writings of Scripture. सुमिरन से सुख होता है, सुमिरन से सुख होता है, सुमिरन से सुख होता है, सुमिरन से दुख जाए। कहाँ राम सुमिरन कहे, साई माई सिया your correct application to God, your correct application to God, when you go for a job, your resume has to be very good. And whatever you put on your resume, you have to back it up. If you go there with false information, and your employer to be question you, and you don't have the ability to respond, you bring shame and disgrace upon yourself. If whatever you put on your resume and you're competent and qualified to respond, it simply means the job is there for you. When you are going to approach God, when you will sit in the assembly of holiness, Tulsidas says, you must be a qualified applicant. You must be a qualified applicant. You must be competent in the presence of God. You must take away all your abhiman, your kam, your krodh, your lobh, your moh, your ahamkar, your gamand, and your pakhand. These are deadly enemies to seek God darshan. God wants you to be humble, simple, modest, sincere, pure, elegant, and very devoted. God does not want to know what caste you come from, what society you belong to. God does not want to know your scholastic background, what PhD Hanumanji had, which university he went to. Today, when someone has a little education, they stand up on the pedestal and they tell the world, I'm a PhD. Nobody give him an applause. He gets very angry. He goes on the pedestal, he said, I'm a Sangeet Guru. He sings, nobody listen to what he was saying. He gets mad. He destroyed the instrument. Attitude without gratitude. And when we behave in this manner, we are showing God our unethical, immoral behavior. And if we possess, I use the word we, if all of us possess internally these demonic tendency, we have no right to go to God. We have absolutely no right to sit at the pedestal of God and utter His name. We need cleanliness first. Hanumanji said, O Rama, O Hanumanji, my devotion to thee is only to remember you. My devotion to thee is for you to give me solace and comfort, Prabhu. I ask not for a kingdom of wealth. I do not need the world. The world shall fade away. It is temporary happiness. My relationship with my wife and my children, my beautiful home, the beautiful car, the handsome bank account, and all these things you lend to me is only for ikadin bikajai. Only for one day. When I shall be lying on my dying bed, even those who loved me yesterday will hate me today. But Prabhu, you will never turn your back against me. When I shall be lying there, give me the chance to say, Ram Nam. What a wonderful and powerful person you are. Wonderfully and powerfully, your attraction is beyond human comprehension. When you are attracted to your devotees, you see, when God is attracted to you, it's not how ugly you are or how beautiful you are. Don't think about your personality. God made you like that. Be proud of who you are. Let the world scorn you. Who cares? Who cares who scorn you and talk ill things about you? You must not be concerned about that. That's not your concern. Your concern is for winning God attraction, and God wants to win your attraction. For God, you are the most beautiful personality on earth. For God, for these Devis and Bhavani Maya and all the gods here. You are as beautiful as Durga. You are as beautiful as Kali Maya. Every woman sitting in this mandir here, you are a personification of the goddess. Therefore, give yourself a big round of applause. You are. Our duty is to worship you. And when we don't worship you, we create mahapap sins in our lives. When you cry, we suffer. When we inflict, you see, last night Katha, and I meant what I said last night. When Mandodari was crying, and Ravan was inflicting pain on her, he begged for forgiveness when he was dying. He said, mentally, physically, and emotionally, I inflicted pain on you. I made you cry bitterly. Not one day, Mandodari, I saw you smile. And today I'm dying. Who I am? I'm nothing. You're everything, Mandodari. I'm leaving, I'm going, but you shall remain. And you will enjoy. He said, you know what he said? What I didn't enjoy during my lifetime, you are fortunate. You will enjoy the company of Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughan, Ayodhya, and Lanka under the leadership of Abhishan. He said, I'm very sad. I'm very sad. I made a great mistake. Reluctantly, I turned against God. Knowingly, I turned against God. Willfully, I turned against God because of my greed and ego. I snatched his wife away. And I said, he will come. But now I come to realize he had to come to kill me. And coming to kill me, he freed me from my bondage of suffering and misery. If God has to kill you, you better smile from now. It's a good death. If Hanumanji has to take a bridge and hit you, it's very good. If Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan has to release his Sudarshan Chakra to cut you into pieces, it's very nice. But don't die like a coward. It's very sad. If you're going to die, which you will die, you must die with dignity and pride. That I die for the name of Satya, Sanatan, Vedic Sanskriti Dharma. I stood up in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Dharmakshetra, Kurukshetra, Samaveta, Yutsava, Mamaka, Pandavaschaiva, Kimakurvanta Sanjaya. Sanjay was conveying the message to Dhritarashtra, the blind king. He was the mediator between Krishna and the Pandavas. And the blind king said, I am blind. I have 100 sons. But what is the use? I have never seen them. I'm a blind man sitting here and they rob me of everything. Sanjay, what is going on in Kurukshetra? Who is standing there? He said, Bhagavan Krishna, the Pandavas, the Kauravas, Visham Pitamaha, Dronacharya, Sukracharya, and a host of great Acharya. He said, what are they saying? He said, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, there are two armies ready to fight. One army is already dead, they are living dead. He said, one army, the whole of the Kaurava race, they are living dead, standing there. And at the other side, they are fully alive. And Bhagavan Krishna is standing close to them. He said, He said, what a sadness in my life. My sons and all his followers are already dead. You don't want to be in that kul. You don't want to be in that army. So now, Hanumanji is going to meet a great friend. He is called Bhima. How they started Katha is how we started. Are bhajo bhajo sanatan Ram siya, bhajo bhajo sanatan Ram siya. Bhajo bhajo sanatan Ram siya, bhajo bhajo sanatan Ram siya. Rama ho Rama, Jai Jai Ram. Rama ho Rama, Jai Jai Ram. Charan charan kar jodi manawe, charan charan kar jodi manawe. Bhajo Sanatan Ram Kiya, bhajo bhajo. यही अवसर अब कोई गुसाई, यही अवसर सब कोई गुसाई। पाय करो कर जोड़ी मनाई, पार करो कर जोड़ी मनाई। रामा हो रामा जय जय राम, रामा हो रामा जय जय राम। भजो भजो सनातन राम किया। जय 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 हनुमान गुसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। बिनु सतसंग विवेक न होई, राम कृपा बिनु सुलभ न सोई। हरि अनंत हरि कथा सुनाए, हरि अनंत हरि कथा सुनाए। भजो भजो सनातन राम किया, भजो भजो रामा हो रामा जय जय राम। हरे रामा हो रामा जय जय राम, रामा हो रामा जय जय राम। भजो भजो सनातन राम किया, भजो 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 सनातन राम किया, भजो भजो सनातन राम किया, भजो भजो। शरण शरण कर जोरी मनावे, चरण शरण कर जोरी मनावे। ओ माइटी बजरंग बली। Bhima in Banvas, one day Draupadi told Bhima, Bhima, I would like you to go to northeast of the Himalaya and bring me the Sugandha Pushpaka. There's a special flower. I want you to go in search and bring it for me. And that flower, I will place it at feet of Murali Manohar Ghanasham Baba, Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan, for all that he has done for us. Bhim went in search, but when he arrived, he saw Hanumanji with his hands together, and he prayed very sincerely. And this is what he said. He said, "O Bajrangbali, I have now boarded the boat of my own life to cross the river of a turbulent current. And you have come to my rescue, O Hanumanji, and I kindly ask of you, before I speak to you, I would like you to dispel all my doubts and darkness and grant me clarity of vision so I can comprehend you and whatever you will say to me." This is a secret of devotion and how we should pray to God. Before you commence talking to God, you must put your hands together and submit to God and beg God if there is any doubts in your mind, if there is any impurity in your mind, if there is any darkness lurking around internally, externally. Whatever disappointments you have faced yesterday, you should not bring it with you today to God. You must have absolute confidence in God. Only He knows what is good for you and me. We may make all proposal to God, thousands of proposals to God, but only He disposed the good things to us. So Bhim was very smart. And Bhim said to Hanumanji, he said, I seek your grace and I bow with folded hands to you, Prabhu. O Pavanaputra Hanumanji, tell me, and tell me very quickly what I want to know. It is said, Hanumanji knew who was Bhim. And Hanumanji knew the reason, the purpose of his coming in that direction. Hanumanji said, I'm very happy to see you here, Bhim. I'm very happy to see you here. I want to talk to you. But before I say anything to you, what is it you want? And Bhim said to Hanumanji, I want to see your magnificent body while you cross the ocean to reach Lanka. Kindly show me. It is my humble request. Hanumanji smiled. He said, Bhim, is that what you want? And Hanumanji said, Bhim, it is not possible now. Hanumanji said, Bhim, it is not possible now. All the times are not alike. What happened in Satyuga cannot happen in Treta Yuga. What took place in Treta Yuga cannot happen in Dwapar Yuga. And what happened in Dwapar Yuga will never happen in Kali Yuga. Every age, every avatar, every manifestation of God, every saint and every sage, this is why we have to read the Kahani. This is why we are called upon to read the Veda, the Shastras, the Puranas. Puran means stories, divine stories of the Lord. To remind us what happened in that age. And if we can reflect upon the things that happened during that time, we will enjoy it now. So Hanumanji told him, he said the 4 ages is called Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. And every age, different things happen. And during this time, I will explain to you, O Hanumanji, what really took place during that age. We now examine the beautiful Chaupai and Doha from the Ramcharitamanas. When Hanumanji spoke to Bhim that I will not show you the form that you requested, Bhim felt very, very sad. But Hanumanji said, don't be sad. Bhim, I have something for you, and I shall give to you at the end of my conversation. You see, time is, in fact, patience is bitter, but the fruit of patience is very sweet. And because many of us don't have patience, we want quick fix. You have a problem, you go to God, fix it now, or I'll never pray to you again. A very bad attitude. You can't wait a day more, 1 week, 1 month. What will happen? If you put implicit faith at the feet of Hanumanji, he will see to you that you live a few days more and then give it to you. But hori na kori. You know that story, no? Hori na kori. You chunk it and you want to eat it right away. It is not properly cooked, bhaiya.